and happy Tuesday, everyone. It's time for some tea. With tea on this Talk Therapy Tuesday, I'm Tania McLean-Nicholas, licensed marriage family therapist and owner of Renewed Hope Counseling. August is here, and now is the time that students are getting ready to return back to their classrooms. And whether they're starting in the beginning of this month or closer to next month, there's no denying that there can be a lot of stress attached to their return. For some, I'm hearing there's worry of starting a new school, going into a new grade. There's anxiety about seeing their friends, making new friends, and even the challenges and unpredictability surrounding their academics. And let's not forget, many of our students have been somewhat isolated from their peers during this time due to the pandemic. So many have expressed the social awkwardness they're feeling with the return, or even fear of catching COVID if they go back to school or be in a large group. I've heard all kinds of different reasons for their anxiety over the past week. So today I'm talking to parents about the 6 most important things your kids need to hear from you before they start the new school year. So go ahead, grab your coffee or your tea, whichever you prefer, and let's dig in. So parents, since your kids could be experiencing some anxiety or worry, or even just simple nervousness, how about you make sure they leave your home knowing and believing these 6 things? First of all, tell them that you love them no matter what. Let them know one way or another that your love for them is unconditional and it's not going to be dependent upon their performance in school. We already live in a society that already sends a message through media and other sources that our worth is attached to our performance, our doing, instead of who we are, which is our being. They may not say it back to you, but let them know anyways through your words by saying it to them, writing it in a note, attaching maybe a hug or a high five, make some sort of special breakfast for them, sending them off that morning in a special way. But nevertheless, don't forget to tell them that you love them no matter what. Next, give it your best. Tell them, give it your best, parents. I know we want our students to be successful, and those high grades are an indicator for us that they're meeting the mark. However, we can want that all day for our students, but they have to want it for themselves. Start encouraging your student by letting them know they have great potential, that they're smart, they're skilled, and they're talented. They have much more ability than they demonstrate and give themselves credit for. And you don't want them to cheat themselves. Tell them that. The more that they believe these truths for themselves, the harder they're going to work. And the hard work will be attached to their own desire to succeed and not their fear of their parents or losing their privileges. You want students who are self-governing, self-motivated, and take personal responsibility for their future academic success. You want them to do their best and measure their best on their abilities and no one else's. And along with doing their best, tell them that you're rooting for them. You're their cheerleader. You can do it. You want your student to know you're their biggest cheerleader, and you're going to be there for them to cheer them on from the beginning to the middle and even the end. You'll be there to cheer them on when times get rough or when they want to throw in the towel. They need to know they have a constant in you, that you are in their corner and you're going to see them through. Because school relationships can be so changing, they're ever changing. Parents, please remind them of this continually throughout the year. And then tell them, be yourself, because I like who you are. I've seen so many students talk about their desire to fit into different social groups. The anxiety and efforts attached trying to find acceptance from your peers, it's just exhausting. Remind them of their strengths and their positive character qualities that make them unique, special, and even important. Remind them of the benefits of being their authentic selves. They need not to change to fit in or seek the approval or acceptance of others. They can be themselves because who they are is good enough. Tell them it's okay to say no. Many students struggle with the word no. They fear hurting other people's feelings, losing friends, being alone, or just not being accepted. This is the beginning of a people-pleasing problem. Help them understand that setting personal boundaries keep you healthy and they keep you safe, and it's a good thing. It's okay to say no to friendships that are not good for you. It's okay to say no and walk away from those who are making poor choices. It's okay to say no when you're feeling uncomfortable. Saying no is a boundary, and students must learn to start using that word when appropriate and without guilt. And finally, you are more important to me than fill in the blank. The greatest lie that the enemy wants us to believe is that we're alone and that no one cares. This lie tries to resonate in our students' heads. And when times of trouble or hardships come, they don't reach out for help. They tell themselves that their parents are too busy, they're going to get angry, or they don't care. Let them know up front that they're wrong and they're more important than that job, your friends, that computer, that phone call, or anything else that takes up your time. And if they need you, you're going to stop what you're doing to talk to them. They can talk to you about anything, anytime. This reassures them of an open and safe and trustful environment where they can share, where they can vent, or just even express dissatisfaction. Just like adults, when your students leave that house, they are faced with so many challenges and negative messages from others that having a strong foundation for who they are and what they are to believe about who they are, it's imperative. We as parents set the stage for this message, so make sure you send the right message as they start the new school year. Well, that's it for today. I hope that you enjoyed your tea with T on this Talk Therapy Tuesday. I'm Tania McLean-Nicholas, and I hope that you have a beautiful day.